Everyone's favorite fraudster, fake investment guru, Tom Nash. Look at this piece of trash. Look at this piece of trash. Shameless garbage man. Shameless piece of trash. Ponzi scheme, FTX Ponzi scheme promoter. Selling unregistered securities. Nothing happened to him. Folks, you people, you should have gotten off of YouTube after this whole FTX debacle. You're still on YouTube listening to these fraudsters, listening to these comments, empowering these fraudsters. Let me remind you, these guys, they don't care about you. They're liars and frauds. All they care about is making money selling advertisements. Most of these advertisements are for scammers. They don't care if they're putting you in harm's way. They don't care if those affiliate links, many of them are scammy companies like Robinhood and all those other trading apps that are exploiting you. They don't care about that. Tom Nash is a completely disgusting piece of shit human being. And I'm being generous calling him a human being. Let me remind everybody out there, Tom Nash lied about his credentials. He came out and told everyone he was a senior Wall Street analyst for more than 10 years at a top, I think 3 or 4 Wall Street firm. Absolute fraud, absolute liar. He did that. He made those false claims in order to get people to join his Patreon, in order to take him seriously, watch his videos, which resulted in revenues from ads. That's Tom Nash. This guy's a fraud. He needs to be called out. How come no one's calling this guy out? How come I'm the only person that called this guy out? I'll tell you why. Because everybody on YouTube who's monetizing their channel is a fucking scammer. Fact. Write it down. If you're in the financial investment genre and you're not calling this guy out, you're a scammer. You all understand that, right? You all understand that. No one's doing it because they know they're doing essentially the same thing. They know they're all selling ads for scammers. They're all scum. Let's take a look at Tom Nash. His desperation these days. He's got all these clickbait titles. Buy this stock and never have to work again, right? Buy this stock and get rich. I mean, what is this dog shit? Look at this. Buy these stocks and never work again. Look at this. If you listen to this fraud, this con man, this idiot, you deserve to be in the poorhouse, and you will be in the poorhouse. The stock market apocalypse just started. Well, really? I don't know. That's 2 months ago. You all understand, folks, these guys aren't being held accountable. And their audience is a bunch of fucking idiots, a bunch of children, and a bunch of stupid, brainless adults. There's a reason why you're a loser. You're a failure in life. You know why? Because you're on YouTube. Because you're listening to these idiots. Winners don't listen to losers. Complete scam artists. Let's take a look now. Patreon. Let's look at his e-begging, his scam, Patreon scam. Look at this guy. Boom! Meet me in the cage, Tom? Meet me in the cage? Any of you fuckers. Choose your payment. Oh, look. Tom's charging up to $1,200 a year. Look at this. Academy. Oh, I have an academy. Academy. Folks, you see Academy, you know you're dealing with a scammer. Academy? You're a fraud, dude. Let me remind everybody, this guy has no credentials. He's a complete fraud. I'll show you guys here in a second. I'll remind you. Look at this. Long-term investing. This is a guy who blew everybody up in the market. All his shitty ass calls. Does anybody remember that? Take a look at my channel. I've posted some videos on this guy. I've got more coming. Complete fraud. Save these videos of all these guys. This Tom Nash re-edits his videos. Does anybody out there remember back in the beginning of 2022 when there was contemplation about Russia and Ukraine? Anybody remember Tom Nash coming out and confidently telling everyone that they didn't understand Russia, and he's Russian, he understands Putin. You all don't understand. Putin's never going to invade Ukraine. Anybody remember that? I do. Well, try and find that video now. That's the extent that this guy goes to hide his misinformation, his stupidity. He deletes, splices out things from videos. Anybody remember the sure call, easy money, if you buy Twitter? His arbitrage, he claimed, easy money. Well, he re-edited that video. He re-edited it to remove some of the lines, him saying it's easy money, it's almost a certainty, and we know it wasn't a certainty. It was a big drama for a long time. So he changed that video. Okay? Folks, these people are staring you all into the goddamn gutter. None of these guys have ever worked on Wall Street. Show me a single person that's worked on Wall Street on ScamTube. None of these guys. Nobody. Nobody. They don't have a fucking clue what's going on. They're scamming people. And you all deserve it. You deserve the misery that you're going to fucking endure. It's going to happen. Guaranteed. You're going to deserve it. No sympathy for me because I've been sitting here trying selflessly to fucking wake you all up. And the people that listen, you're all fucking losers because you're on ScamTube. After all I've fucking been talking about goes in one ear out the other because you sit down and you think it's fucking entertainment. Well, guess what? Your life is going to suck because of you. If you had any fucking sense, you'd gotten off the goddamn ScamTube a long time ago and you'd be spreading my word. That's what you'd be doing. Nobody's going after these guys. No one's exposing them. You all sit around like it's a fucking game. Well, guess what? A lot of people are getting hurt, and they're too fucking stupid to realize how they're getting hurt or why they're getting hurt. This piece of shit, Tom Nash, something really bad needs to happen to him. He deserves something really bad. This is an evil piece of shit scam artist who is lying through his teeth, pretending, scamming people, taking people for money. He's putting people in harm's way. He's a fraud. These people that do this, they're worse than bank robbers. They're hurting many people's lives. And the people's lives they're hurting are too ignorant to even realize it. That's the problem. Look at this. Oh, it's free to join. It's free to join, huh? Oh, okay. Free to join. Free to join. Let's join and see what we get here. What do we get here? What are we going to see? What's free? You see, oh, it's free to join, but you can't see anything, right? You see that? Upgrade to unlock, upgrade to unlock, upgrade to unlock. You see that? This guy's actually giving sessions, calling himself Academy. What a fraud. He's a fraud, an absolute fraud, just like Meet Kevin. All these guys are frauds. Now let's take a look at this video here. Get back. All the clickbait. People have short memories. This guy's a complete fucking disaster. A total disaster. Let's listen to this video here. So he's pumping this. Basically, he's telling you he's watching CNBC. All he does is, folks, I told you all these guys do is watch CNBC. And they get their little talking points from CNBC. Why the fuck are you listening to this guy? Anyway, let's go ahead and play this. Let's listen what Tom has to say. Oh,
just 72 hours after Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, got rid of his chief market strategist, Marko Kolanovic.
7 companies. It's been an astonishing.
The fact that the Mag 7 is leading this is not bad. There's plenty of profits and money being made to justify these valuations.
But collectively,
so Tom basically he's copying what this guy is saying. He's copying what this guy is saying.
7 stocks have had, it's not just the last 6 months. If you look at the last year and a half, they've added $8.8 trillion in market cap, just these 7 companies. It's been an astonishing run, but
A bunch of unknown, obscure little companies just went outside of the stratosphere based on a great story. The fundamentals here, the earnings justify the price. In fact, at 34p, NVIDIA is just not expensive. At 22p, 4p, of course, Google's just not expensive.
Hold on a second. He's talking PE, right? PE ratio. You hear that?
At 24 4p, Meta is just not expensive.
You hear that? You hear that? Not only is Tom talking PE, he's listening in when I instructed him, you look at the 4p ratio. You understand that? None of these fucking idiots that follow this guy know this. The guy's a total fucking fraud. Let's remind everybody here. This is the same guy who not so long ago was saying that PE ratio doesn't matter. Nobody on Wall Street looks at PE ratio. That's what he was saying. Remember that? Remember that? I got a video here I haven't released yet. This is from 2 years ago, you can see.
If you watch their infomercials on YouTube, which is just an infomercial for the product, you notice that they talk all the goddamn time about PE ratio this, and PE ratio that. Now, all I want you to do after this video, don't trust my word for it, don't trust their word for it, go through their videos and see how many times...
Hey, Tom, it's don't take their word for it, don't take your word for it.
By the way, you noticed in the background the picture of Putin. Did you all know, folks, if you don't have an eye for detail, a mind for detail, you're not going to do well in anything in your life. I can tell you right now. I already pointed this out a couple of years ago, where Tom was always posting a picture in the background of Putin until the war broke out. Then he removed the picture and was putting an American flag. You know why? Because he knows he knows the demographics of his viewers, his channel. This is a fake and a fraud that does this. You understand that, right? This whole Putin thing was to ride this narrative that, oh, I'm from Russia. I'm from Russia. You understand? He's going out of his way to make people think he's from Russia, just like he goes out of his way to wear a University of Michigan shirt to make you think he went there to get his degree, which he did not. Which, like, I don't even know why. Like, why are you bragging? Okay, you went to some fucking state school. I don't even brag that I went to an Ivy League school. Because you're a piece of shit. You have so little value to add. But the idiots on YouTube don't even fucking pay attention. They're too stupid. You idiots on YouTube watching this scam, watching ScamTube, you do much better for yourself. Picked up, lift yourself up and go attend a university. You follow these guys and their courses and their fucking bullshit, you're going nowhere in life. I guarantee you that. I'll fucking guarantee you that. You're going nowhere. So you hear this guy? He's saying PE doesn't matter.
Don't trust my word for it. Don't trust their word for it. Go through their videos and see how many times...
Hey, Tom, it's don't take their word for it, don't take your word for it. Folks, I've mentioned this a while back in some other videos. It's another reason why I know Tom was never a Wall Street analyst. You have to be a good communicator. Tom has kind of shaky English. It's not good enough. You see, because analysts are salesmen, and you communicate with institutions, big-time investors. They're not going to take anything this guy has to say seriously just because it's English. Not to mention his analysis is a joke. We'll be getting into that in the future.
The point of this video is that if you watch their infomercials on YouTube, which is just an infomercial for the product, you notice that they talk all the goddamn time about PE ratio this, and PE ratio that. Now, all I want you to do after this video, don't trust my word for it, don't trust their word for it, go through their videos and see how many times they talk about PE ratio as an investment decision mechanism and how it's important in investing, in value investing, in PE, in PE, in PE, PE.
So he's saying that PE ratio is not important in value investing. Okay.
Go and find somebody who's ever worked in the financial industry.
Me, on my third decade.
An analyst, somebody who worked on the trading floor. Anybody with actual trading or investing experience.
Yeah. Advised multi-billion-dollar funds. Worked in venture capital. Worked in merchant banking.
Anybody from Wall Street that you can get a hold of.
That's me. Hello.
And ask them, how do you know that somebody's a clown, a buffoon, and is a fake?
I'm looking at one right now. The telltale signs are obvious. Tom Nash, you're a clown, you're a fool, you're a fake.
If they mention PE, This is exactly what it is. If somebody mentions to you PE, that means they've never worked a day in their life on Wall Street or in any sort of investment capacity, because nobody is using PEs in the industry. Literally nobody. And if you hear somebody talk about PEs, that's like an immediate kind of giveaway.
You hear that, folks? And still today, no one's talking about this. Of course, he deleted that video. That's why I said you got to copy all his videos. Download all his videos. Download all these guys' videos. Do it. Graham Stephan. I already showed you Graham Stephan, the splice of the FTX endorsement out of his video. I found another one. I'll be posting here pretty soon. You got to copy all these videos. Save their videos. They're fucking fraudsters, man. They're frauds. He's telling you nobody uses PE ratio. Well, oh really? And then of course, what is he talking about here? What is he saying here?
Google's just not expensive. At 24 forward PE, Meta is just not expensive. And I agree with him. Look, the Mag 7, according to what Aswad is saying in this clip, are the new value stock. Meta is just not expensive. Forward PE, of course, Google's just not expensive.
You hear that, folks? This is a guy a couple of years ago who was never talking PE. And you know why he wasn't talking PE? Because he was riding the coattails of fraudster, con artist Cathie Wood's bullshit stocks, which I mentioned, many of which would be penny stocks in a couple of years. And we're already on our way. He was like all these other guys on YouTube riding the coattails of Cathie Wood's bullshit. And many of those stocks weren't profitable. So guess what? You don't have a PE. You've got a price to sales. That's why Tom was pushing price to sales. And now all of a sudden, he's pushing PE. After I schooled his fucking ass. This is the guy people are listening to. He's a fraud. He knows nothing. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. Anyway, just want to remind everybody, a little quick video here. I think I'm going to do one on Patrick Boyle here right now, very quick. That's all I got. I think I need to do more to remind people about Tom Nash, little quick uploads.